Welcome. I am extremely proud to introduce an incredible system that can prevent load shedding, called Intelligent Load Moderation, ILM for short.
This video gives a demonstration of the basic principle of the functionality of exactly how this miracle can be achieved. Here we have the demonstration suitcase. This is the very case that was used to demonstrate this load shedding solution to government and ESCOM, and also to the energy experts such as Ted Blum.
ILM uses regular electric light bulbs to demonstrate the principle it uses to prevent load shedding. Inside this box there are small circuit boards. Each one of these is an ILM unit.
For size referencing, you can see the circuit board compared to a typical whiteboard marker. The ILM attaches to the geyser, and it is this simple device that will be responsible for ending load shedding in our country. Installation could not be simpler. In fact, anyone who can change a thermostat can fit the ILM. The thermostat is removed. The ILM is plugged in its place, and the thermostat simply reinserted onto the ILM. So, how does it work? The switching off of geysers is a proven concept, but very old. ILM is next-level technology that is connected to a geyser, but does not switch the geyser off, and yet still prevents load shedding. The ILM functionality can be imagined as a throttling of the power going to the geyser in a manner that we call cycle limiting. When operating normally, electricity flows at 50 cycles in a second, called 50 Hertz. Loads in excess of the generating capability of the grid cause the generators to turn slower. That means they deliver electricity which is less than 50 Hertz. Generators are not designed to operate at a frequency below 49.8 Hertz for an extended period of time. When this happens, demand exceeds supply, and load shedding has to be implemented to relieve the load and allow the frequency to rise back above 49.8 Hertz. Load shedding therefore saves the power stations from burning out.
The ILM continuously monitors the grid frequency, and in the event of the frequency dropping below 50 Hertz, its cycle limiting process is automatically activated. The ILM only removes sufficient load to bring the grid frequency back to 50 Hertz and thereby balances the supply of power.
This is a demonstration of the basic principle of our patented technology, which you can read all about on our website and in our documentation. Basically, the ILM system chops sufficient cycles off of the electricity flow, and it does this every second, and that is why you can see the lights flashing.
The ILM system automatically comes into action as soon as the electricity frequency on the grid drops below 49.8 Hertz.
When the reading on the grid climbs up to 49.8 and above, these lights will stop flashing because there would be no further requirement for load shedding. The second the grid frequency drops below 49.8 Hertz, these units would then automatically all activate again.
For example, if there are a total of 7 million units installed and the frequency drops below 49.8 Hertz, the first 1 million ILM units will activate, initially only dropping by a small percentage.
Let's say, for instance, that they drop by 10%. The first 1 million geysers will now all work at 90% capacity, but they are not switched off. In the event that the frequency remains below 49.8 Hertz, the next 1 million units will be activated. If that is not enough, the next 1 million would be activated and all the way to 7 million units.
Now, if 7 million geysers operating at 90% capacity is not enough to raise the frequency, ILM automatically reverts back to the first 1 million units and drops them to 80% capacity.
This process continues until the grid frequency is restored to 49.8 Hertz. As can be seen on the screen, the frequency is below 49.8 Hertz. When the frequency is below 49.8 Hertz, ESCOM should be load shedding, and as you can see, they are not. This is exactly what the energy experts are warning against. This happened to a substation which was not designed to handle the stress that it was put under as a result of load shedding and could easily happen elsewhere.
One would think that what I have just presented is an incredible breakthrough, but
impossible as it may seem, the ILM has yet another unbelievable feature that renders age-old standards completely obsolete and opens the ILM to enter the global market. Watch the video on the extension of the life of the geyser. Thanks for watching this presentation on this incredible product.